Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're not going to be loadout building, but we're going to do something similar that we did a few months ago, and that's looking at what the future skins of CS2 could look like. Now, last time round, we looked at the likes of the Inheritance, for example. We looked at the AWP and the AK versions, and we predicted that this would come into the game, most likely as a covert. Now, I had predicted the AWP, in all honesty, but there was a strong chance it came into the game, and obviously we've got the AK-47 Inheritance. Alright, before we dive into it, I want to tell you about the giveaway for today, which is still going to be the knife and glove combo that's been running this whole month. It's a Battle-Scarred Gut Knife Black Laminate. It's paired with the field-tested Broken Fang Unhinged gloves, being given away as a combo at the end of this month. All you have to do is hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment down below of your favourite workshop skin we showcase today. If you want the best place to buy and sell your CS2 skins, then look no further than today's sponsor, Skinport. Skinport offers users a fast, smooth, easy and secure experience for buying and selling counterstrike skins, with the benefit of items being much cheaper compared to buying on the Steam community market.
This is the way.
This is the way.
There are no buying fees, selling fees range between 2 to 12%, and there's over 1 million skins available on Skinport at any time. With a great Trustpilot rating, it's the perfect place to start building your loadout, whether you're going for budget gems or picking up some insane skins. They are also the reason we can keep running giveaways to give back to you guys, so make sure you check out Skinport using the links in the description or pinned comment, and let's get back to the video. So what I've done, I went through yesterday, I picked out 25 different skins that I personally like, and that I think realistically there's a chance of us getting maybe throughout the rest of 2024. Now, there are a couple of repeats. This is probably the first one. I'm pretty sure I showed this last time. This is the AK-47 Blue Snake. Now, I'm on image 14 here. This was the thumbnail for the video. This is an absolutely beautiful skin, in my opinion. This is something that I think we actually really need. We kind of lack like a pink AK. Obviously, it's this sort of like, I know, this blackish sort of purple, but this looks incredibly clean. I think this, without a doubt, like, this is it. This was the original, and then they made a low violence version as well. So if they wanted to put it into the Chinese version of the game, they can do that as well. Honestly, if this gets into the game, I 100% would have to pick this up. I think this is a absolute top-notch AK. Like, I think realistically, if this gets added in, it would probably be a classified. I don't think covert. I think this would be a classified AK. Same sort of vibe as the M4A1S Black Lotus. Now, I'm mindful. I want to try and give credit to it. So it was Samuel Lee and Kusel that made this Blue Snake. Then we're going to go to a Glock Urban Ninja. This is created by Okuso. I think that's how it's meant to be pronounced. Now, this, for me, is like a really cool sort of graffiti-style thing. I'm not sure if I'd put this as a pink or a purple, to be honest. Like, it is bright, but I think overall, maybe this would be like a restricted. I know we just got a restricted Glock with the Block 18. But overall, I feel like it's a really cool skin. I know there is like Wasteland Rebel already, which is kind of like graffiti-style. Like I say, we just got a Glock added in as a restricted, but I think this would provide something a little bit different still that we don't really have in the game right now at a Glock level. Now, I don't scout much, and I sort of ignored that last time, but this time we've got one from Hoshi and Chip AS. This is the Scout Mermaid, which you can already see seems to be a black base just with a white design on top, which I think is kind of unique and looks pretty cool. This is what it's like on the inspect. You can see it's got like different detailings all around it, little curly drawings here. I feel like we got the Black Nile up added in. I feel like this would sit in the same sort of area off of it. There's like scope detailing too, which I think is horribly missed on some scouts. So I actually quite like this, and this is another one that I could even see this being added in as a mil spec. I think it could possibly end up as a restricted if it got added, but this is potentially a mil spec sort of skin. Then we're going to have the Kraken's Embrace Nova. Now, I don't think we did get a Nova last time, actually. It was like the Secrets one, but this is just incredibly bright, incredibly cool. So this is one that looking at the sawed-off last time, you could maybe put this in the same category as the sawed-off analog input with the sort of colorway. So maybe this is restricted. Maybe if they really wanted to, they could try and slide it through as a pink. But I think realistically, knowing it's a Nova, this could get added in as a restricted item, and it's pretty cool. And this one was created by Ari Spectre and Donut Raccoon. I love that name. Now, you guys got a proper laugh with me trying to say Malachite, with how I was pronouncing it, but this one I think is incredibly cool. This is made by Big Pig. I've realised I've not done the thumbs up on some of these. I need to go back and do that. But this, for a green loadout, I think could be incredibly good. For me, it gives me coolant vibes, but on a better level. Now, this, I feel like, would definitely be added in as a classified. I think that level of, like, white marble, and then that level of green is just screaming out that this has to be a classified. I personally use the Take 9 quite a lot in low-buy rounds. If this got added, green loadouts, I know you guys have a Bamboozle and a Bamboo Forest already, but if this was to get added in, it's going to look so sick with like Gamma Dopplers now that they've been fixed. Like just building everything around that sort of green. Now, this one is done by Sora Rocks and Hardy. Now, I like what they've done with the name here. They've called it Roses and Guns, because obviously, if you call it Guns and Roses, you're probably going to have a legal dispute. So I don't know even if this got added to the game, maybe Valve would still want to change the name completely, just so there's no similarities at all. But essentially, it's very Guns N' Roses themed. You've got like the gold bullets and then like the gold like sort of like accessories around the plant. You then got the nice rose with the red and the green. This is a really unique skin. I actually really like this. Now, I'm normally not a big fan of like still having like the wooden sort of stock areas of the AK, but I think overall this works incredibly well. Looking at it again, this is probably a classified, maybe a restricted AK. I think realistically probably a classified. It's giving me, I don't know, the same sort of category as the Aquamarine Revenge, where if you like it, you love it, and then if you don't, you're probably just kind of going to forget about it. But artwork-wise, I think this is incredibly cool. I like the theme. As I say, I think the naming would probably have to change, but this is definitely something different that we don't really have right now. Both this and the first AK we showcased, the Blue Snake, I think we really need an AK like that added into the game. Now, we did just get a covert op, and there's a high chance this would be a covert op. This is made by Catties and Licka. Hopefully I've done those right. This is a Siren. This is the Aqua version, so I know they do have slightly different versions of it, but just look at the detailing on this. I'm going to call it like a Norse sort of style on the scope. It's this orange and like blue with pinks on it. It looks incredibly cool. It is, look at that. I know the text is in Russian here. Look at the scope detailing is really nice. This seems to be some sort of goddess like from the ocean that has like a trident. It's got some sort of, I guess it looks like electric coming through the trident. And then you got this nice blue and pink. This honestly for me, artwork wise, again, it's something a bit different that I think could go down really well if added to the game. Now, it is expected that we're probably going to get another Zeus skin in, I'd say, every case, at least for the next year or so. I don't know how many cases we're going to get this year. I'm hoping a couple. But this is the Zeus Retro Gizmo, which I absolutely love because it is retro style and it does really fit that retro style. Color-wise, it might not be for everyone, but I think, like, obviously, we've got the Olympus added in and it's classified. I think, realistically, we need, like, a mil-spec and a restricted Zeus to be added in the next couple of cases. You can see there, they've used the ray gun as a concept here, plus these old-school zappers. And I think this looks pretty cool. Honestly, I could see this being added as a mil-spec, maybe a restricted, but I expect us definitely to see more Zeus skins, and this is one I think could be cool to see. And this one is made by Dwurn, by the way. Now, I'm desperate to get better Famuses that don't wear like shit, so I'm hoping that Cryro and Fifi are helping me out here. I think they are. I think this honestly, it gives me Mecha Industry vibes a little bit, but obviously you've got yellow instead of red. Not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, when it comes to the yellow Famus, we do have like the neural net and we've got a commemoration, but that's gold, so we definitely need like another yellow option that doesn't have horrible wear, and providing this doesn't wear badly, I think this could be a pretty cool restricted rifle. So this must be it in factory new. This must be it within Battle Scarred to an extent. Honestly, it kind of still looks cool in Battle Scarred. Now, I say this as a restricted rifle. What I honestly like to see, and I said this last time, is that I would like this style of skin to become the new norm for mil-spec. I think the Lightbox and the Disastra from last time, both of those are really good examples. Even the Arizurmi is kind of cool, the XM. They're good examples of what I think the mil-spec should be moving forward. I think this Famus honestly goes into that category, as much as I think, based on previous cases, it might get added as a restricted. This is the standard I want to start having as our mil-specs. Now, this MP7 from Ariata and Malawiko, this went around on Twitter a little bit, or X, whatever you want to call it. It's an MP7. Honestly, the animal looks high as shit, if we're being real, but some people like that. It's kind of cool. It's a very different color palette for one. It's kind of what I like about it initially. I don't think this would replace the Just Smile or the Abyssal Apparition for me personally, but not all these skins have to be for me personally. I think this is something definitely a bit different That's a zero, like full basic zero float. This is a full one float, so you can see the artwork's still going to look good. It's not going to get scratched up. Something a bit different. It gives me this sort of like goofy Fire Serpent vibes, honestly. Now, I've spotted this one on Twitter. It's from Samota, who Samota actually did a FAMAS recently that we showcased in a video. He's done this in partnership with Duck. This is Divergent 3. Now, I think there's multiple different ones they have with different colorways. So, like, I think one of them's got green, one of them's got blue. But across the board, I do like this as the revolver. The revolver is currently not, like, crazy used. Some people use it, but this looks bloody clean. This is, again, I would love to see this added maybe as a restricted. Maybe on, this is kind of maybe on the same sort of level as, like, the, I don't know, the hybrid, the Block 18s were. I'm kind of basing it on the kilowatt case that we just recently had, but this is one where, you guys know I'm a big fan of like clean artwork when it comes to skins and them looking clean, so this definitely ticks that box. I'm going to waffle a bit more about clean skins because Bitrate has one here for the MP5. Now, I think we can all agree the MP5 is massively lacking skin options. I'm aware that might be because it's coming to the game and it's not being used too heavily. I use it here and there in competitive games. We've seen Bit use it at the Major and the Grand Final, but this at least would tick a box, I think, for colors that we really don't have at the minute. We don't really have pink options. We do have a couple blue, but this is kind of cool. This is another one that I'm going to say would probably add it in as a restricted. I think it's probably a bit too bright for them, honestly, to put it in as a mil-spec, but it's something a bit different, and I think we can just all agree that the MP5 needs more skins. Now, I'm going to change screen because the Jungle Cat's going wild here. This is made by Put. Now, this, for me, just immediately gave me, like, a very cool, like, purple and orange deagle. Now, we do have orange deagles, but they're realistically the Fennec Fox and the Blaze. You got some ones that are bronze. Purple deagles, we got the Ocean Drive, and that's all that's coming to my head right now. So this could definitely be added to the game, probably as a classified. I don't know. I think maybe I could scrape this in as a restricted. Like, probably just have it, this is the best skin from the restricteds, but it's offering something a little bit different that we don't have right now, and that's honestly the big thing that I'm hoping for when it comes to skins getting added in. I love the amount of, like, detail and it looks engraved into the actual gun itself. Now, Catties and Likia here again. You guys are featured twice now. I'm giving this one a yes, because this is, I would just love to see this in game. This is the Toucan, and the entire skin is themed on this artwork, which I know, obviously, lovely creative people doing lovely stuff. I like these full creative skins where, like, from the very front to the very back, the whole skin's incorporated. We don't have just like a missing back or anything like that. So this looks, to me, insanely good. I think this would give another nice alternative for these sort of like yellowy orange options. Honestly, I'm always a fan of like animal based skins as well. I think the end of the AK looks incredibly good with the Toucan here across the board. This one's top notch. I would love to see this get added in. Again, this is probably talking like classified. Now, React and Yin are right here cooking one that I think might be a covert if it does get added. It's the M4A4 Concealed Truth. Now, we've got what looks to be like a three-headed wolf and a snake fighting it off. It's pink. Oh no, it's not even a snake. Man, look at the amount of eyes here. Is it a fucking snake or spider? I don't know. But look how insane that it's got a little white tip. It's got the pink going through it into the black, and then so where it's pink, it's got black accents. Where it's black, it's got pink accents. Honestly, artwork wise, this is unbelievably cool. I wonder if it goes battle scarred, if it means we see more. This is how it looks in game. Maybe the color tweaks need to be a little bit more. Like, I think the pink here looks really good. The pink here, not so much. So maybe there's some tweaks there to be made, but still, artwork-wise, this is incredibly cool. But yeah, I think on the level of artwork, we'd fully expect this one to be dropped in as a cover, I think. Now, I know there's some anime skin enjoyers out there, so I've had to pick one for you guys, and I've gone for a P250 because, racking my brain, I don't think there's an anime P250 yet. This is by Kazuma. Again, color-wise, this one's actually kind of cool. It's got lots of like blues and pink. It's giving me Mount Fuji vibes. I don't know if the anime character's themed on any sort of anime, and if that would cause legal problems for Valve. The texture on the P250 looks pretty good. But yeah, I like the cloud artwork, honestly. The water artwork, it's got like the sun on it. I don't know if we're going to have a weird patterns generate at the back of the P250. That might be a thing. But for the anime enjoyers, you guys have this. Now, the Hydro Strike has been going around on Twitter a bunch. I can't remember if we showcased it in the last video or not, but it's an M4A4 based on the idea of a water gun. They've even done it here in like the packaging of a toy or a water gun, which is incredibly cool. It's got like 8+ on it. I mean, color-wise, it's definitely... So they've done one here where it's got an orange back and then one with a green. So they've got a few different variants here. I don't know if their plan is that they would release these and have Surely it's not going to be pattern based. You have to pick one of the colors to put into the game. But I think all the colors look kind of cool. You can see the magazine's actually got like the water filling in it. Now, if it could be designed in such a way that you know how the Molotov like shakes and the liquid moves, I don't know. If that was somehow possible for the M4 mag, that would be unbelievable. But maybe that's going a bit too Valorant-esque. I mean, that's how it looks in game. Like, I know we kind of have a couple of orange options. We got some blue options for the M4. I just think this would be something kind of fresh and cool. And again, I do think I would like to see this added in as a classified. I'm sort of pinning it as the same as maybe the Jawbreaker or the Olympus would on the level artwork. But based on the fact they put a chrome cannon in as a covert, they could end up sneaking this in as the covert. And then just credit-wise, this one's done by Endrit. And it is saying here there is reflections of water droplets too. Right, and then Ryuken's got a USP here. We've done a lot of bright stuff. I wanted to tone it back a little bit and go for something that would probably be fitting into the restricted, maybe even an argue for those mil specs we've been talking about. This immediately gives me like Rat Rod vibes, which we did like the Wasteland loadouts recently. This would work very well for it. You got like the flame artwork, some sort of, I don't know, Japanese Mandarin text on it. I'm not 100% sure. You got like the little crossed out face. There's duct tape holding the gun together. This for me, again, what I've been saying, this is what I want our future mil specs to look like. But I can see the reason maybe of this having to be a restricted because of the level of detail. And then Star Wars fans will like this one. This one's by Squirrel. Now, I don't know immediately if this is going to have Star Wars copyright, if they need to change a few things. I guess they don't really... It just, for me, in my mind, this looks so much like a Stormtrooper would or like a Clone Trooper. So I don't know if they'd have to tweak something or if it would be fine because it's realistically just a colorway and like a design that they've taken inspiration from. But this would be cool. Now, the one thing we have a Mecha Industries already. And we have a print stream already that has Broken Pearlescence right now. So I don't know if there's necessarily the need for another white and white and black M4 A1S, but this one looks pretty cool. Now, this one from Muso, I'm fully here for. This is the Sunni Indians carved the image of a hawk for protection, healing, and good luck in hunting. The weapon was an axe, a tomahawk, a little with the humor of the op tamagok, combines both a weapon and a watchful eye. So I actually like this. It's for protection, healing, and good luck in hunting. You're out hunting people with the op while you're using it. I love when the detailing comes together like this. This, for me, probably has to be a covert. I mean, if I could add it as a classified and it was cheaper, that would be cool. This is just insane level of detailing here, honestly. Like, the hawk detailing, all the little, like, hieroglyphics on the skin itself. The scope detailing. I always go on about that. Now, you can see here, they seem to have a Glock, a Mag 7, possibly an MP5, a Nova, and a FAMAS in the top right here. So you can see, I'm sorry, it's the totems, not hieroglyphs. I got that wording slightly wrong. You can see the axe that they're sort of theming the tradition on. This is the full collection. There's an AUG, a Glock, a Tech 9, a Nova. There is an AK with the wolves on them. That's kind of cool. I would love to see this get added as an MP5. And a FAMAS would be really cool for this. But I do like it as the op. And that's how it looks in game. Honestly, this one's top notch for me. Like the artwork, the colors, the story behind it. It's what I love. Now, we've got 5 more that I've picked out. I appreciate this is a bit of a longer video, guys, but hopefully you're enjoying it. Now, this one is by Kelix. This is an orange Gael, because in my mind, we basically only have an orange DD-Pat. I know there's a couple of words you can kind of claim, but I feel like we need a nice, new, proper, bright orange Gael, and this ticks that box quite nicely. Obviously, it's almost inverse of what it would normally be. Normally that bright orange would be everywhere else, and then like the sort of stock, the grip would be black, but I like the sort of inverse they've done for this. It looks really cool. You could argue some similarities with an orange DD-Pad, but I think this would be like a welcome addition, especially if this got added in as a restricted. Now, in hindsight, I realize I've picked 2 M4A1Ss that are white after just saying in the recent one that we have whites already. This is Lazar. Now, the reason I picked this is because it is white and pink. Now, I know you can make an argument that the Black Lotus can go pink, but really it's purple. We need a nice out-and-out pink M4A1S, because the Decimator, I think, is the only other real option, but you would be going a lot of white. What I think would be interesting to see would be these colors reversed, where the main of the skin is pink, the way the likes of the Blue Phosphor and the Hot Rod are, and then like the suppressor and the magazine, for example, those accents, they become white. I think just flipping it would be really interesting to see, because then you could be talking a covert that's going to be in a collection that's really pricey. So then this one's by Senji. This USPS kanji immediately gave me Inheritance vibes, but it is different artwork. It's just the sort of colors And not even the artwork, just the colors really are kind of similar because you got that white, that gold, and the blue, but it does work really well together. You can see there, honestly, I love the USP detailing because the suppressor almost looks like some sort of like leather, like a sort of detailed material. You've got engravings on the gold. For me, this would have to be added in as a covert. There's too much detail here, too much high-level stuff that just looks beautiful for this to be anything lower. Again, if I could add it in as a classified, I'm not going to complain, but this is unbelievably good. I would love to see this added in. This will give us, honestly, we're missing a high-tier blue USP. This offers that exactly. And then, like, you just buy inheritance as well. Oh, it would pair so nicely. Now, I've gone for the Apostle Mac 10 here, which is made by 3 people, Freddy, Krueger, and Kerry. And this, I don't know, it doesn't really give any details. There's a collection of 24 items. I might look at that. This is them putting the artwork on it. Now, for me, again, this gives me very, like, Nordic symbol vibes. Maybe not quite the same, but that's what it was given off to me. But I love the colorway on this. This is something that if you had overprint gloves, you'd be cooking with. Just nice engravings, nice textures, nice coloring, to the extent where this would probably be a restricted, and you would, like, love to pick this up. Honestly, this is a very nice item. I'm going to give it a yes, and I just want to look at the Apostle collection. They got P250s, they got revolvers, they got dual Berettas, they have anything rifle-wise. Okay, it's all pistols they've been doing. Let's see what a Desert Eagle V4 is like. I think this, added as a deal, would be very cool. The handle's kind of Kamisho Dragon-esque in regards to, like, you know, the artwork, but I think this would be a very, very different deagle to get added in. Now, the last item I'm going to showcase is by Yui, and this is actually one, I think we showcased version 1 in the last video. This is the Celestial Moon. I desperately want this added to the game. I think this is unbelievably good. There's a beautiful deep purple. You got nice accents. It's a pattern-based skin. So, for example, you see here, like, the patterns are changing as we go, which is really cool. Much like the Moonrise, you'd be probably trying to get the moon in, unless you want it full purple. For me, honestly, I think I'd want one with as many sort of clouds and waves going through it as possible. But yeah, this is a absolute top-notch skin. As you see, it's white accents here. I know we got the Dragon King already, we got the Desolate Space, but I think this as a classified will just step things up a notch. Now, that's the 25 that I picked out. I'm now just going to go through the rest of my queue with you guys. Now, this is part of the Inheritance Collection, specifically the HE Grenade. I personally am down to see stuff added in the future for this, but with it being like, I don't know, like, it'd have to be like a sticker case style thing. Jack Pot Revolver, this is very cool. The actual revolver thing that revolves and spins is like a gambling thing would be in a casino. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna ask me again later for the inheritance. I don't want it to be oversaturated with inheritance in the game. We looked at the mermaid and we actually liked it, so we'll say yes. This was created straight after the rental stuff came out, so you can actually put, because obviously people are using stickers in the game. I think this would be a funny one to get added in. Army Elite Glock. If this got added in as a mil spec, I could be here for. The Embrace Nova, I'm not too sure on that one. I'm not too fussed on that. Oh my god, what in the hell is this? This is bright as shit. Oh my god, this is crazy. I'm voting this up. I want to see that added in-game with proper lighting. And then that's my queue done. So guys, I appreciate this is probably like a 20-minute video at this point, but I wanted to go through and see an idea of like what skins could we expect in the future. Obviously, we picked a few that are probably so good that they wouldn't get added in the same collection together, but it'd be interesting to see. There's a couple there that I think we could definitely expect, at least by 2025, maybe this time next year, to be added into the game, but it's all guesswork. We can review it in a year's time and see if any of my predictions have been correct. Just a reminder, we're giving away this knife with these gloves that you see here at the end of the month. So make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and let me know your favorite skin from the workshop that we just showcased. I've tried to give credit to the 25 that I picked out. I hope I did all of that. If not, I apologize, but I'm pretty sure we did all 25. Thank you guys for just creating that artwork that we can showcase and hopefully get into the game. Keep it up. Some of the stuff's insane. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.